So Quinn is a vibrant, happy, loving, full of energy little guy. Well, he's now 27, but I still call him a little guy. He was born with cerebral palsy, and he lived with my parents up until he moved into the Tammy Lynn Center.
At that point, he had already gotten a feeding tube and he had already had a tracheotomy. And so that meant that he needed nursing care. He needed a lot of things apart from, just good care. So Tammy Lynn Center was a godsend as far as the family and what they were going through. The grandparents were to the point where, it was almost too much for them to handle, even with some help from Mom and Debbie and I. So it became a real opportunity when the slot opened.
My name's Celeste Marr, and my son is Parker Marr. He's 21 years old. He has autism and epilepsy. So my husband and I are constantly worried about him having a seizure, and it makes it hard to, simple things like taking a shower, or, somebody has to be constantly with him. Even when we sleep, we kind of sleep with one eye open, or one ear open, in case we hear him having a seizure in the night. So that's challenging. It makes me very anxious, and I look forward to the respite care we get from Tammy Lynn Center.
When we're not with him, we're always a little anxious. So knowing that he's with someone from here is great, and my wife and I always come back a little happier.
Parker loves everybody, but his favorite is Mary Robinson, and it warms my heart when we come in after respite care and they're giggling and laughing and having so much fun. He really looks forward to seeing her and all the other care providers from Tammy Lynn.
I think the most important thing that people should know about the Tammy Lynn Center is that it's for everybody. My son is here, and he, on the outside, has no disability. The impact that Tammy Lynn has had on me and TJ has been profound, because there's lots of kids out there like TJ who people just write off as being bad without looking deeper and figuring out what's the cause behind it, what's the root behind it. And Tammy Lynn Center is a place where we can come and work together to fix it, to make these kids able to thrive and really be successful.
I feel like the family aspect of our program is one of the biggest parts of our program. We have some parents that are coming in that are struggling really, really hard with their child. They don't know how to handle their behavior. So we get to help them with that. We get to talk them through it. We get to coach them. So it's one of my favorite things about Building Blocks is we get to not only work with their kids, but we get to work with the parents, and we get to shape both of them. So at the end, you see both the parents' growth and the child, which is amazing.
So the Tammy Lynn Center is such a necessity for this area because there are so many children with special needs, and without the center, I'm not sure where our families would be, because they do need so much care, and it's too much for every family to handle.
Well, Tammy Lynn Center is an amazing place. I can't imagine the challenges that the people with physical disabilities have that live here, and the school here. And it's definitely an important part of our community.
So once you start getting into the circles of meeting parents and other folks with special needs, relatives like we are, you start to realize that there's not a lot of services out there for them.
And once you realize how many lives they impact and how they help all these different children and all their families, we're so lucky to have it here.
It's filling a big need, but there needs to be more.
So Tammy Lynn Center, they need your money. They are doing great work here.